If you follow my main channel, you know that I've started to make the switch to Linux. I started it way early in the year, and then you'll know that my slow descent into madness, and now I'm getting into HomeLabbing. Yeah, I don't actually need this. It's just it was on a really good bargain, and what I needed was more things to spend the money I don't have on things. I'm so bad at this stuff. It started with utilizing an old Raspberry Pi 4 and trying to hook up some boot drives to it. But in my haste to switch over to Arch Linux for the ability to use VR, I accidentally fried some drives, and this thing was always slow anyway because it's going through a USB. I decided to upgrade, and I got this little thing. Now, I've got a whole cooling solution. I've got it taped up at the moment because I hated having to do up and undo both of the screws on this every single time. That'll get a better solution eventually, and it's going to look a little bit like this. I have the room, as you can see. It's going to be fairly big for this and maybe my Pi and something. But this rack is kind of like the project, and it came with this cool Cat 5e patch panel, which I could upgrade, but I'm not going to do that because I only go up to 2.5, or will be soon. I have a Switch on the way and I'll make a video on that. Could I have turned down such a good deal? Yes. But should I have passed up such? Yes, I should have passed it up because I don't really need it and I don't have anything to fill it out with apart from the patch panel that it came with. All I needed was a shelf for this NAS, and I'm going to be doing other things, but probably still not rack size because looking at the prices of used rack cases are really expensive. As you can see, there's not really a whole lot in here. There's this that's empty for $300 used. Great. Here's one of those really ones on Amazon, which don't really offer much more than just a place to hold a computer. $150. And then there's this really cool looking one, though it does look fairly outdated. This is $300 and it's completely empty. But I do want those hot swappable drive bays. No, I won't do it. Compared to me spending $20 on that, this could blow out very quickly. Before actually adding anything useful to the rack, you need to buy these cases. And the cases are like 4 to 5 times the amount of price that you would pay from a regular consumer case that you would buy from a computer store. And these have less. This was a bad purchase. Shouldn't have gotten it. But I wanted it because I wanted to be taken more legitimately. I did some wheeling and dealing. I did some trades of some other things. I got this for $20. I've started pulling it apart already as per this. I realized that there's a lot of rust in this thing, so I'm going to quickly go paint this, which is going to take prep work and sanding and priming. All right, well, I'm not going to do it quickly, but I'll be back once it's done. Cue this taking a couple of weeks. Well, I didn't really want to spend any more money on this, and one of the things I had laying around was house paint. Don't use house paint. It is still just like a little bit tacky, and especially the door. It is scuffed from just, nothing. I don't even know how I got a lot of these scuffs. This is really bad. I was gonna put a sheet of glass on here, but after I found out how much it cost to order a custom one with chamfered edges and whatnot, I might go with acrylic. Unfortunately, somehow, acrylic is like $100 Australian to get a sheet that's approximately this size. So I'm gonna source harder. Also, if you're wondering, I didn't want just a thin sheet, I wanted a thick sheet, and that's why the cost was really high locally. So, if you're gonna do this, powder coating is the best option. But not everybody wants to go down that route because it's really expensive and you can't really do it yourself. And I wanted to do this DIY. Stay in the theme. So spray painting would have been the best option at home. And I'm not happy with what's probably the PVC panel that's here. There's also no lock now. I had to drill that out because I didn't have one. But once again, only $50 Australian. So I'm just going to put it together now. I also found out that these have these really cool pins to take the latches off. I thought that was freaking awesome. To make it easier to install, they also have the latches there. Perfect. Wait, how do I... Oh, do I just... That's cool. I just lined it up and then closed it. and it did it itself. That's really fun. I like that. So now I'll put in the actual rack parts and this Crone Highway patch panel that it came with. Yeah, pretty good bargain. Though these are only Cat 5, but they'll do for my needs because I'm only really going up to 2.5 gigahertz at most. And even if I was going beyond that, you wouldn't really use a patch panel like this for that. I'm just gonna take out the Crone Highway label because it looks old, dated, and tacky. I also have no idea who Crone Highway is. Grab myself a texter. I'm just gonna fill it in. Good. Oh no, I voided the warranty. Improvement. Now I know that you can't see that all from all the way back there, but oh well. Let's go ahead and remember how to stick this in. We just have some screws in there. I really should have taken pictures first. What the hell? Alright, there's a place in Australia that recently came out that they were selling turbos, which made no sense. This is Bunnings, and they sell servers now. What the hell? I don't know about you, but I find this funny. They're just home hardware stuff. They sell car turbos now and server rack stuff. I mean, it's just really selling what Amazon is selling, but I mean, sure. As for how far back the brackets go, it just kind of looks like it's per taste. Also, it's a 4U rack. That's very small, by the way. There are 4U cases that are not too particularly uncommon. In fact, I might already have one that I picked up for a bargain. That's looking good. I like that. All I really have to do is get a glass panel or something to go on front, get some sort of door handle then to stick to the glass panel, which will be covering up this and this indentation here for where there used to be a logo for a company, and definitely cover up all my work. Now, if you're wondering about the plans that I have for this, I can tell you that it has nothing to do with these 4 V100 cards that I just got, because I said got and not bought. I'm doing a thing with them, they're not mine. But yeah, that's definitely a video for another time. Well, I hope you have liked what's basically probably going to be my first video out, I'm not sure. These videos are not going to be perfectly 8 minutes long. These videos are just going to be about my fun side projects. And sometimes, when I want to rant about Linux. For now, catch you all next time. Goodbye.